Good morning. Today we're learning about adding and subtracting with rational numbers, so fractions again. So we're going to add and subtract when we have common denominators. So you probably remember hearing about getting common denominators. Whenever we add and subtract fractions, we have to have a common denominator. So today we're going to look at just that first part of it. When we already have a common denominator, how do we add and subtract? So this first example here, it says find the sum, write in simplest form. So remember, right, we always have to write it in simplest form, so we always have to simplify at the end. So we'll start with A here, 7/10 plus 6/10. Notice they already have common denominators, right? We have 10 and 10. That means we are able to add them both together right away. So the first step here is kind of estimate. So just in your head, sort of think about how much is each one and what's it going to look like. So you can sort of visualize those fraction bars and think of it like that. So if we have 7/10, right, we have kind of a good chunk of the tens, right? Those are the little purple ones. And then 6/10, also kind of a lot of them, right? So both were more than half. So we know our answer is going to be more than 1. So we can kind of think of it that way. So denominators are the same. Check. Add numerators. Pretty simple, right? That means we're just going to be adding 7 plus 6 here. So 7 plus 6 is going to give us 13. And then our denominator just stays the same, over 10. We could write this either as a mixed number or leave it as an improper fraction like this, which is fine. So 13/10. Remember, if it's an improper fraction, that means your answer is going to be bigger than 1, so more than 1. All right, next example here. Now we're subtracting, right? Same kind of idea. So denominators are the same. Check. They're both 8. So just add the numerators. So we're adding here then 5 plus, remember that negative we like to put with our numerator. So -7. So you can kind of think of that as 5 minus 7, which is going to give us -2. And then denominator stays the same, so 8. Then simplify. Can we simplify this? Yes, we can. These are both divisible by 2, so I'm going to divide them both by 2 to get my simplified answer of -1/4, or -1/4. All right, next 2 examples. So go ahead and try these on your own paper first, and then pause the video, come back and watch the video once you have completed them. So denominators are the same. Check. So then we just add the numerators, so 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. So we're going to get 6/4. And again, we can simplify this. These are both divisible by 2. So divide them both by 2, and we're going to get 3/2. This is an improper fraction, so that means our answer would be greater than 1. All right, next problem. Denominators are the same, 9 and 9. So we just add our numerators. So 5 plus -7 again, right, which gives us -2/9. This one does not simplify, right? 2 is the only factor of 2, and it does not go into 9, so that one's as simple as it gets. All right, just one quick example when we have mixed numbers. So this is where it gets kind of a little tricky because we do have to convert back and forth between mixed numbers and improper fractions. So in order to add these, we first need to make these both back into improper fractions. So we talked about that 2 days ago, I think. We multiply 8 times 2, which is 16, and then plus 3. So 8 times 2, whoops, not 12, 2, which gives us 16, and then we add 3, which gives us 19. So our first one's going to be 19/8. And then we're going to do the same thing for our second one. So 8 times 3 this time. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 7. So we're going to add that 7. So 24 is going to give us 31. So then this is going to be plus 31/8. Now, just like always, right, denominator is the same. Check, check. So that means add the top numbers. So 19 plus 31 is going to make 20. So it's going to give us 50/8. If we wanted to change this back into an improper or a mixed number, we take the top number and divide it by the bottom number, and then the remainder would be whatever is left over. So 8, we think 8 times what is close to 50. So 8 times 6 is 48. So that means 8 goes into 56 times, and then there's 2 left over, so 2/8 would be like the mixed number one. All right, good to go.